So it's some creative and positive creative feedback lately, and somebody said they liked the way I opened my adultery video. Some shock. Um, some shock. This person's a blessing really to me, because it was a very avid listener, or curious to learn. I'm damn adamant to teach, so I'm very happy to make acquaintance. Obviously, it's a sharing process, but I'm very really to teach that. This person's very happy to learn. That's good. So I'm going to talk about it more. Sodomy. Oh my God, sodomy. Sodomistic inquiries. Sodomy. Now changing your radio dial. Now, where are you? Now you want to learn about sodomy. So it's not what you think it is. Again, just like adultery, it's not what you think it is. Sodomistic inquiry is, I probably said this already, is a scientific inquiry of some sort where there's no scientific foundations, reasons, or sufficient knowledges for successful scientific inquiry. So you're probing into reality, basically, and this happened a lot, obviously, with the natural sciences. You were probing a lot. You were mixing this and this and this. It blew up loads, and it blew up loads, and these get blown up loads. So there's a lot of science, basic science. Science is technically sodomistic. You can maybe have good science. You got good reason to maybe do this or try this and use this. Maybe I'm a great scientist, but I hate science. So in Saddam, the town of Saddam, they were trying everything. This is like pre-scientific age, in the Middle Age, in the desert, and they were trying pretty much anything and everything just to make a noise or see what made an effect or what had an effect. And it's quasi-religious because they were doing things that had an effect on God's temperament and things like, it hurts the way, it hurts the world, it hurts the whales, it does something, So they were doing things like mixing, I don't want to get too much into it. They're trying to like breed animals together to make quasi-animal or mixed animals, and they were doing loads of weird stuff and stuff, and it got destroyed entirely because it was their will. It became their will and their nature and their moral code to do this stuff. So it had to be destroyed because there was going to be no end to it, and they would have kept doing it. So yeah, because like Scientology. So yes, so sodomistic. They probably, obviously, would have inquired what do you think consider sodomy to be as some sort of sexual endeavor, but this probably was, originally at one point sodomistic when they probably tried what you're probably thinking, and they realized that doesn't do anything. So yeah, you tried that, and it's not really sodomistic anymore. The first time you tried that, humanity, that was in the sodomistic inquiry. That's no longer sodomistic. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I suppose it'll probably still well. I'm going to end on my little analogy of natural sodomistic inquiry. It's a very innocent and childish way of something that's completely sodomistic. So I'm not going to say everybody, had a bath, or everybody had a bathroom, or everybody had a bathroom with some soaps and oils and stuff around the bath. And my mum had soaps and oils and stuff around it. So I'm not going to say this was like available to everyone. It's pretty obnoxious of me or ignorant of me. But most people might have tried this in their lives. So you might have tried this already in your life. It's possible you've tried something like this in your life. So you get an empty container when you're a kid, and you pour some of the lotion in, and you pour some of the mouthwash in, and you pour some of the shampoo in, and you put loads of things in, and you kind of shake it and mix it up, and you look at it and you see there's coagulation going on, and there's sedimentation and all. That is the utter essence of a sodomistic inquiry. This very childish and innocent event, this very blatant, this is utterly sodomistic, what this child did. Utterly had no idea what it was doing, put a load of chemicals together, and just wanted to see what fucking happened, and you get a mulchy weird thing. Because there's no premises, there was no scientific validity or foundations or knowledges or anything, there was no quantities and stuff. So it is utterly and infantily and very innocently sodomistic, or as far as innocence is concerned, like a lot of science is sodomistic. He's recently put some weird probe into the face of the sun. Like for the first time, he's kind of tried to pierce the outer earth, some sort of level. Could have been like a balloon, like the whole thing could have popped for all you know. That's why it's kind of sodomistic. and he's recently pierced the face of the sun with some probe. That's pretty sodomistic to me. You had no idea really what you were doing, and you took a gamble, and you just wanted to go. Just some curiosity. So yep. So you can see a lot out of sodomy. You run into a lot of weird gypsy practices or ritually stuff. That's all kind of sodomistic. Making a noise has an effect. You don't really know what you're doing, but you do it often and often again. The Bible's full of this, like, you know what I mean? They used to have to kill things all the time just to escape the attention of God, when this wasn't a good thing, but they were just buying time, and it wasn't a good time to be bought. So you got the bread instead of this. You don't kill the animals now, you got bread instead, and bread is time. Divided. The bread. Like your clock. But they used just to do that to escape the attention, or the direct attention of God, because God was really probably angry at them all. The Lord, sorry, was really angry at them all, and the more they killed, it couldn't look at you, couldn't bury you, couldn't look at you, couldn't bury you, but they were just buying time, really. And there was probably no end to it either. So you either get a profit or I'll be destroyed, which is usually the names of things. So yeah, that's just my little video on sodomy, I suppose. Yeah, keep it short, sweet, quick in, quick out, says Nick. Thank you for your time listening.